Episode 4 picks up after the intense events of Episode 3, City of Flowers, where political and personal tensions escalated across the Hawaiian Islands. The series, set in the late 18th century, follows Kayana, Jason Momoa, a warrior chief navigating the unification and colonization of Hawaii from an indigenous perspective. In Episode 3, key developments included, Kayana's dilemma. Kayana, in Samoanga, Spanish East Indies, was searching for firearms to bolster his people's defenses. His friend Tony was attacked and sedated, leaving Kayana torn between a dangerous offer from a Hawaiian trader, Vai, to trade sandalwood for weapons, and his loyalty to Kamehameha. Motivated by a prophecy that Kamehameha would bring the islands together, Kamehameha, Kaina Mekua, married Kahumanu, Lucienne Buchanan, on Hawaii under Moku's supervision. But Kahumanu has a secret that could undermine their alliance: she is unable of bearing children. The tyranny of Kahekili, King Kahekili, Temuera Morrison, shown growing cruelty on Oahu, poisoning a chief's wife in response to an attempted assassination, laying the groundwork for a possible uprising. Kayana's search for Tony. Despite threats from opportunists in Samoanga, Kayana's main goal is probably going to be to save Tony. It will be crucial for him to decide whether to accept Vai's offer of weaponry at the expense of abusing Hawaii's resources. As suggested by a heated, dialogue-heavy encounter with Vai that highlights Kayana's struggle, this decision might either enhance or weaken his relationship with Kamehameha. Kamehameha will have to deal with the secret of Kahumanu's infertility, political unrest, and his new role as a unifying leader. With news of foreign ships indicating an impending invasion danger, a scenario from a war council is expected, in which competing chiefs discuss how to fight foreign influences. Tensions may rise as a result, and Kamehameha may be forced to make important choices about alliances and war preparations. Kahekili's power struggle. Because his acts alienate allies, Kahekili's cruel control over Oahu may lead to insurrection. Open confrontation could result from this, making efforts at unification much more difficult. Cultural and visual elements. With expansive shots of Oahu's landscapes and war preparations, the episode is expected to uphold its dedication to authenticity by presenting Hawaiian rites, colorful clothing, and traditional chanting. The score will raise the emotional stakes by fusing Hans Zimmer's orchestral compositions with traditional Hawaiian instrumentation. Episode 4's invasion theme is twofold. The stability of the Hawaiian kingdoms is threatened by both internal power struggles and exterior challenges from alien colonists. External invasion. With the introduction of foreign ship sightings in Episode 3, the series hinted at the increasing influence of Western colonists. As the War Council discusses how to combat these outside influences, Episode 4 is anticipated to increase this tension. The introduction of muskets, as seen by Kayana's search for weapons, represents the cultural and technological upheaval brought about by colonists, posing a threat to traditional Hawaiian warfare and sovereignty. This external threat highlights how urgent it is to unite in order to safeguard the islands, but it also begs the question of whether embracing foreign weapons, such as guns, violates cultural identity. Internal conflict as invasion. The internal power struggles, Kahekili's tyranny, Kayana's moral dilemma, and Kamehameha's political challenges, act as an invasion of unity and trust within the islands. Kahekili's brutal actions could fracture alliances, while Kayana's potential deal with Vai risks exploiting Hawaiian resources, mirroring the extractive nature of colonization. Kahumanu's secret further threatens Kamehameha's vision, as personal betrayals invade the political sphere. This internal invasion of loyalties and values may prove as destructive as external forces. Crucially, the invasion story offers an indigenous perspective on colonialism that is complex. The show emphasizes the cultural and moral consequences of surviving in a changing environment without romanticizing the process of unification. The show's emphasis on political intrigue and spectacular battles, according to some reviews, may occasionally obscure more nuanced character development, potentially oversimplifying the complicated human cost of these invasions. The return of Jason Momoa as Kayana. The series revolves around Jason Momoa's portrayal of Kayana, and Episode 4 is a pivotal point in his character's development. Known for his international travels and involvement in the unification wars, Kayana is portrayed as a warrior divided between allegiance and ambition, peace and war. When Momoa reappears in Episode 4, his emotional and moral depth is further developed in addition to his continued physical presence, performance and presence. Momoa, who brought a strong physicality and cultural enthusiasm to Kayana, is also a co-creator, co-writer, and executive producer of the series. His career best performance and ferocious best are praised by critics, who point out his capacity to portray unadulterated passion and cultural authenticity. Kayana confronts Vi in a remote location in a pivotal scene from episode 4, which is full of subliminal threats and philosophical overtones regarding the price of unification. As Kayana struggles with betraying Kamehameha or sacrificing the riches of his people, this moment is anticipated to demonstrate Momoa's ability to strike a balance between intensity and tenderness. Cultural significance. As a native Hawaiian, Momoa's involvement is deeply personal, and his return in episode 4 reinforces the series' commitment to indigenous storytelling. His performance is grounded in cultural details, such as speaking Lelo Hawaiʻi and engaging in traditional rituals, which critics highlight as a milestone for representation. However, some note that Momoa's larger-than-life persona occasionally limits the emotional range of Kayana, potentially overshadowing subtler character moments. Narrative role. Kayana's comeback to the fore in episode 4 is crucial since his choice regarding Vi's offer could change how the unification attempt unfolds. The teaser teases a scene in which Kayana replies, "Not today," when a woman asks him if he still wants peace, implying a change to a more combative posture. This scene, together with a cliffhanger over his behavior, makes Momoa's Kayana the focal point of the drama in the episode and propels the story to a pivotal point. Although Chief of War is praised for its ambitious scope and cultural authenticity, Episode 4's success will depend on how well it strikes a balance between character depth and high-stakes action. If the invasion theme focuses too much on battle scenes without examining the personal costs to Kayana, Kamehameha, and Kahumanu, it runs the risk of being unduly dramatic. Despite its strength, Momoa's performance shouldn't eclipse the entire ensemble, especially up-and-coming artists like Kayana Mekua's Kamehameha. Although the series' use of Hawaiian language and cultural experts is a plus, if the plot places more emphasis on spectacle than subtlety, the pace problems seen in previous episodes may continue. With Kayana's quest for Tony, Kamehameha's leadership struggles, and Kahekili's dictatorship serving as the main plot points, Chief of War Episode 4, City of Flowers Part 2, promises an intensification of political and personal